Hey fellas, this is Rob A speaking.
And I'm Chan Man.
And we are having a new episode of
What's New?
And I don't know why I've been stuttering for a moment, but yeah, What's New? You guys may have seen the previous videos of us just going over new anime in the previous seasons, and as you can see, we are entering winter 2024.
So hard to believe now we're actually going to be on a new year.
I know, and we'll be 29 in the next year, so
it's so hard to believe, but yes.
We're old.
But yeah, we're definitely getting old. But yeah, so we are on our usual website, livechart.me. The website will be down below, and we are going to be looking at the new anime of this coming season. We hit all the last season stuff, so we're just going to be looking at all the new stuff, giving you guys our opinions, and seeing like what's new out there. And again, just going to give you our honest opinions.
Yeah, and so these are some interesting titles. I don't think I've heard of them yet. So, I mean, have you heard of them, these three, or?
Maybe a few, but we'll look through it and see.
Alright, then we'll go to the first one, I guess.
So it looks like this is going to be a new one.
Yes, this is going to be, if it blows a bit, I apologize, guys, but then again, we might skip over this part.
I think I might have heard of this one.
So, it's Solo Leveling. Oh, I think I have heard of this series, actually. Solo Leveling or a Daki Level Up Not Con. That's quite the translation.
Yeah, it's quite.
And it obviously comes out in 20 days, 17 hours, all that crap. And this is by A1 Pictures. So I think I've heard of this one before. I think it's based off a manga or something. I think that's the source material.
Digital manhwa, which is basically a Korean digital manga series.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, it's the same as like the God of High School and the Tower of God.
Okay, and it's coming out on Crunchyroll, so yeah, people have talked about this series. I just didn't see Solo Leveling. I just saw this title right here, so
yeah.
Do you want me to read this one?
Yeah, you read first.
Okay. It's been over a decade since the sudden appearance of the gates, the paths that connect our world with a different dimension. Since then, certain humans have awakened to supernatural powers. We call these individuals hunters. So it's basically like, when I think of that, I think of like Hunter x Hunter or maybe Ruby, but
I almost thought of it as like be what you would call a quirk from My Hero, because that's what they have their powers. They're called quirks, but in this one it's called hunters.
I think it was just the title of the the title of the occupation, but I mean it could be that too.
True.
Hunter powers, maybe. Okay, so hunters make their living by using their powers to conquer dungeons inside the gates. In this world of tough customers, the low-ranked hunter Jinro Song is known as the weakest hunter of all mankind. One day, Jinro, I think that's how you pronounce his name, Jinro, gets fatally injured when he runs into a high-ranked double dungeons hidden within a low-ranked dungeon. Just then, a mysterious quest window appears in front of him. On the verge of death, Jinro decides to accept the quest and starts leveling up, while the others aren't. So, yeah. And so, I mean, this sounds like an interesting one. I mean, I can't complain about it. It doesn't seem like it's copying anything.
No, it just basically sounds like the usual where, you seem to have like the lowest power, and then something happens, and then you start getting stronger later on.
Oh yeah, I mean, I forget we My Hero Academia, Black Clover.
Exactly.
But I mean, who knows? This might have its own twist, and I'd be down to see like what that could be. I mean, I know I still gotta catch up on a lot of anime, but this does sound like an interesting synopsis, and it sounds like an anime I would watch, so this might be on my list to watch in the near future. So yeah, I say if you want to watch something new, maybe this is a good one for you. Or maybe you've already read the source material and you're just looking forward to this. So
this is the Classroom of the Elite. This is the 3rd season.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And so, little thing about this that I actually and this is done by Studio Lurch, good studio. But I actually have watched a little bit of this. I watched all the first season. I thought it was great, and then It wasn't until maybe almost like close to 7 or 8 years later in the future we got the season 2. I think the season 2 came out like 2 years ago.
I think I remember us doing a video on this where it was just one of the new animes coming out
Yep.
that season.
And now they have the 3rd season. But I'll read the synopsis just to give you guys a little bit better of a info on it. So, Kiyotaka Ayanokoji and his classmates have finally advanced to Class C, but a
I can't pronounce that either.
tumultuous third time lies ahead. They face an exam known as the Mixed Training Camp, a co-ed test in which all classes must work together to achieve high scores. Not only are students forced into unpredictable groups with former enemies, but those who fail to reach the benchmark will be expelled. So, to clarify, it's a high-end school with all these students. There's different ranking classes. There's A, B, C, D, and then the lowest E, I believe. Actually, no, it's just lowest is D. So the class that mainly has the character of Ayano Koji, he's in class D. And he's trying to make a goal of helping another person that wants to achieve to go to the class A, just to be more successful and just kind of rule the school. But then, over time, he's actually been more of a master manipulator, manipulating the people around him to get what he wants.
So it's more like Battle of the Minds.
Yeah, it's more of a battle of minds because he's a very strategic guy who basically he had a very traumatizing childhood where he was kind of more of an experiment kid than anything. He was kind of more raised almost like a soldier kind of.
Okay.
But then it's just a lot. He's great at fighting. He's very knowledgeable. He knows how to really use people against each other for his advantages. And it's definitely more of a battle of the minds than anything. And that's what makes this series very unique. Again, I haven't watched all of season 2, but I know what happens. Definitely a lot of betray, definitely a lot of heartaches, a lot of like kind of breakups and friendships and ruin and all that. But that's what I like about the series. It's definitely different, and I do highly recommend. If I can try to have the time to watch the second season, I would, just so I can enjoy this. Okay, now this one. So I am not close to done with this series yet, but I almost am. But this series is great. This is Martial Magic and Muscle, the Divine Visionary Candidate Exam Arc. So this is basically kind of the second season of Martial. If you don't know what Martial is,
it's Harry Potter.
Yeah, it's basically Harry Potter. Yeah. So basically, what it is it's a magical world based on magic, and there are characters that use magic for everyday use. But there's one character, his name is Marshall. He doesn't have any magic. All he relies on is his strength and whatever somewhat knowledge he has. He uses his muscles to overcome magic, basically. So instead, he's using a different strength than other people. He's using what he knows best against other people, what they know best. That's basically the gist. And the only reason why he's in the academy is because his dad, technically dad, got kind of captured by others, and they made a deal with him where, yeah, so we'll spare you, but you have to attend Magic Academy. And that's it.
I still want to watch this series, but I just put it off. Like, where's it streaming? Crunchyroll?
I think it's...
Yep.
Okay, that's easy at least.
So, okay. I mean, yeah, this one, I don't know, it just looks cool. Like, just a dude with no magic abilities, but he's not a weakling.
I always kind of thought it was kind of almost close to a One Punch Man, but in a magic world. I know it's a lot more different than that, but that's what I kind of thought at first when I saw this.
Harry fuses with One Punch Man like they do the fusion dance.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's quite unique. This one I am talking about because okay, so this series, the reason why I want to talk about it is because I actually watched this anime, I think it was a year and a half ago, and I loved it. It's a very plain anime, but I really loved it. But if you don't know, let me read the synopsis quickly for you. So, living the slow life full of happiness with his beloved girlfriend and little sister, Red, a hero who was once kicked out of his adventuring party for not being a true comrade, he now spends his days in peace, relaxing and running an herb store in a remote area with his lifelong love, the Princess Reet, and his sister Rudy, a former hero who is very important to him. I'm just so happy, I'm so lucky to see such beautiful scenery together with you, Red. I'm glad I get to spend time with my big brother again. Sharing blissful moments with those he loves, going on trips to acquire the finest gems, having delicious meals with a spectacular view, soaking in pleasant hot springs. No matter what happens to the world around him, these happy moments will be uncharged. A leisurely and fun apothecary business, and a warm life with a beloved lover and dear sister. A second life, full of happiness, begins for our previous unrequited hero. So, to short abbreviate it up, the first season was more about this guy. He was in this party with his sister. They all have these special powers. I think, if I remember, they're called blessings. And what the
blessings?
Basically, they're powers that you get from going to the churches. But sometimes those blesses have curses too.
Is this like a religious series or something?
No, it's not very religious. That's just how the powers in this anime are called, blessings.
Okay.
And so, the main character, Red, he actually had a different name, but I don't remember what it was called. It's been a while. But he was in this party, and one of his other party members was just telling, you should quit. You should think about your sister because you're very weak. You're not powerful and all that. And so, he technically is powerful. He's just hiding it. So, he leaves the party that has his sister in it. His sister actually has a blessing, but the problem with that, it has a curse to it, where she can't taste anything, she can't sleep, and she can't smell or taste anything.
I wouldn't want that.
Yeah, but she's super strong, like immensely strong, and she's always unhappy. So she has like the best blessing, but it's a curse too.
Okay.
And so then later on, the new character, Red, that's his name, gets reacquainted with a girl that he was in a party once, and it was a princess. And now they actually start a new life together, where they just run his shop together now in this little village area. And now, over time, they've been getting reacquainted with the other heroes. Some died, unfortunately, but they've been getting reacquainted. He got back with his sister, who got a new blessing. Now she actually can do all the stuff she wants. And the blessing she got kind of counters the other blessing. But the problem is, like I said, it's an overwhelming power, so. But she now actually has a real life. She can actually taste, she can sleep, she can eat. She can actually be happy, all that stuff.
Okay. Alright, let's see. I know you want to talk about the Blue Exorcist.
You know what? Let's just include it. Yeah.
Chandler here.
Okay, so next up we're gonna kind of talk about is Blue Exorcist, Shimane Illustrated, whatever. Okay, fun fact, I hate this series. I hate this series with a dying passion.
And tell them why you hate this series.
Okay, so the reason why I hate this series so much is the characters are boring. They don't care for each other. They have no appeal. I barely care about them. The girls are not that appealing either. They don't have any characteristics. The main boy, he's just a major spaz, in my opinion. And there's nothing exciting about this series. Like who actually likes this series? I'm just saying, who likes this?
Leave your thoughts in the comments down below,
Please!
And then you'll read those comments and be like, oh, wow.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, I hate this series. I don't care what you say. I will never watch this.
Okay. It sounds like you did.
Yeah, shut up.
Oh, wait a minute. I've heard this one.
Okay.
We gotta talk about this one.
Then I'll let you talk about it. Oh, okay, yeah, I've heard of this.
Yeah, this one...
Chain Soldier, okay.
This one I've heard is similar to Kill la Kill. And, like, it's just bizarre and weird and fan servicey, but it's just also entertaining.
I've seen a little bit of the manga in the past, but I can't believe it. 7 Acres, okay. Because I remember I kind of looked at the manga a little bit for this, but I don't fully remember it, but...
Okay. So, 2 supernatural forces appeared simultaneously. Why do I...
Simultaneously
on Earth. Entrances to another dimension known as Mato and Peaches. Resources that given unique abilities to women. From the Mato comes Yomotsu, or is that
Yomotsu
Shuki, dangerous monsters that leave destruction in their wake. The government's anti-demon corps stands against these creatures, employing women empowered by Peaches to face the monstrous threat. Yuki Wakura watches these forces clash from a distance. but when he unexpectedly runs afoul of Yamosu Shuki, he's rescued by
Kyoka
Kyoko
Uzen.
Uzen, the chief of the 7th unit of the Anti-Demon Corps, and she sees something in him that could turn the tide of the monster incursion. Is that how you pronounce it? Incursion. Yuki holds the unique power to make Peaches more effective, and he'll have to become Kyoka's willing slave to join the fight against the Yamosu Shuki and save the world.
Jesus, okay.
So, yeah, I heard like what this is about, but I mean, I didn't hear about all this other stuff. I just knew about this guy just becoming a slave to this one chick.
Yeah.
And they fight together and all that. So, I mean, it seems cool and all, but I don't know. I'll have to maybe give it a watch. I know Chibi Reviews is looking forward to this series because he tweets about it a lot. Okay, so Utsuri Yatsura, the 2nd season. And I've only watched a few episodes of the 1st season, and I'm a big Utsuri Yatsura fan. Like, I already know what Utsuri Yatsura is. Like, I watched the old anime, which is really good. Yeah, I do like the animation. I think it's nice and colorful. I do think the voice actors are pretty good. I like how in the new Utsuri Yatsura anime, like they have the original voice actress for Lum and the original voice actor for Ataru.
Wow, that's unique.
Like they have them, but they're not inspiring their roles. Rather, they have the voice actress for Lum, the original voice actress, play Lum's mother, and they have Ataru, the original voice actor for Ataru, voicing the dad.
Okay.
So I like that. So, but anyway though, guys, if you don't know what this series is about, it's about this one alien girl named Lum, as you can see right here. Basically, she was gonna invade Earth, she and her people, but then when she met Ataru and they played a game of I don't know, I can't remember the name of this game, but they were basically Ataru was supposed to chase Lum and grab her horns, and if he grabs the horns, they don't invade Earth. So he thinks of this perverted way, because he's a total pervert and a piece of shit. He decides to do something where he grabs the horns, and when he does, of course, he wins and they don't invade Earth. But Ataru says out loud, like, I'm gonna get married after this. And then Lum's like, wait, you're gonna marry me? And then Ataru's like, no, not you! And so she takes it as a proposal. And so for the rest of the series, Lum is trying to make Ataru fall in love with her and all that. So and he tries to chase her away and just try and just fall in love with these other girls, try to get with them. But no matter what, Lum can never stay away from Ataru. And so, yeah, that's pretty much the series. It's a romantic comedy, and it does have a lot of funny moments. That's what a comedy is supposed to be. But it also has its heartfelt moments, and those are the moments I really appreciate the most from this series, because it's just, I mean, whether you think it's predictable or not, it's just, you want to see where that goes. And that's the charm of Utsuri Yatsura. And also the supporting characters are also a lot of fun. They also have their own episodes, so it's not just I mean, yeah, Lum and Ataru are the main characters, but sometimes they take a back seat for the other supporting characters, if that makes sense.
Sounds about right.
And I have some Utsuri merch back there, so it's just, I mean, I just love it. It's just a great series.
Okay, so this one next we're going to talk about is High Card Season 2. I have not seen the first season of this. This is the first time I'm hearing it. This is a media mix project, which I think is like another digital series actually. It's done by Studio Hibari. And this is an action adult cast, organized crime, supernatural sequel. Those are interesting synopsis. But let's read this and just see what it's all about. After discovering X-Plane cars, powerful cars that grant powers, pickpocketed Finn, interesting, is recruited by High Card, a secret group sworn to protect and collect them. This deck has been scattered throughout the kingdom of Fourland. Yeah. Moonlighting at luxury car maker Pinnacle, this squad set out to play the most dangerous game of 52 pickups, but they gotta get them before rival car maker Who's Who. So what it sounds like is that it's kind of like the whole thing with a deck of cards. There's 52 of them, and it sounds like all 52 of them each have their own unique power, and it's this squad's job to try to find them all before they end up in the wrong hands. Which I think, honestly, that actually sounds pretty fun. Actually sounds pretty cool. I'll talk about this one.
Okay.
All right, so actually, I'll let you talk about this.
Why did I forget this one? I mean, do you want to talk about it? Or?
Nope, you talk about it. You're next.
Okay. Thank you you have a good eye, Chandler.
Definitely.
Okay. This one, I haven't read the manga or anything, but I've heard some good stuff about this one. And so, this one, as you can see, is The Witch and the Beast. So, yeah, it's on Crunchyroll, and man, that character design.
This is done by Yokohama Animation Lab. Okay. Definitely one of those high-end studios, I think.
It all started with the 17 origins whose powers were passed down to individuals who still exist around the world today. A man carrying a coffin and a girl with the eyes of a beast appear in town. The girl was once cursed by a witch, and now she searches for her
in order
to undo the curse. And is the witch who appears before them the Kari?
Quarry they've been searching for.
They've been searching for it, and how can the curse be undone? I can't read today, guys. I don't know why. This quest for revenge against an evil witch begins rolling when the beast captures the witch. This magnificent and intense dark fantasy begins now.
Is this a Disney movie?
Maybe.
It sounds like a Disney movie. Okay, so another thing about me, just to let you guys know, I do not watch Disney stuff. The only Disney I ever used to watch was just back then when I was a young kid, but that's it. I am not big on Disney.
Well, I'm big on a lot of Disney because, I'm big on a lot of Disney. I love my Fantasia. Lion King. I do enjoy Beauty and the Beast, which should have won that Oscar, by the way. But yeah, I guess you can say that, but only this one's a bit more darker, I guess. Action, adult cast, adventure, fantasy,
seinen. Okay, so
it could be a rated R Disney.
Yeah, but honestly, that art poster actually looks really good.
It does. I heard about this a while ago, and I don't know why I forgot about it. It sounds interesting. It sounds like something I would watch.
Glad I found it then.
I know. Thank you. Thank you for pointing this out to me. And so, yeah, I guess that's all there is to say. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Rob A.
I'm J-Man.
And may the Anime Force be
with you.